everybody, welcome to another StarCraft 2 commentary. This is Chosen, and this is going to be Bamboo playing the red Protoss down here at the 6 o'clock position, going up against LzGaMeR playing the blue Terran up here in about the 2 or 3 o'clock position. And the map is Lost Temple, so very common map, probably one of the most played maps on Battle.net. And I'm excited to see this one because Bamboo, I've been watching him game for a bit, become kind of a friend of mine, and very solid Protoss player. Don't see him lose very often, and this game he's going up against LzGaMeR, who's one of the best Terrans around. He is, I believe, was ranked 29th in Blizzard's top 200 that they last released about 5 days ago. So LzGaMeR is definitely the favorite to win this game, but Bamboo is definitely solid enough to put up a very good fight versus him. And it looks like Bamboo is going to find LzGaMeR. The very first place that he scouted right after that pylon and went straight to the choke. And LzGaMeR having to bring off another SCV to deal with that, and he's going to be trying to get this barracks down at his wall, and he's going to go for it right there. He gets it down, so nice and lucky for Bamboo to get that scout in right away and see what LzGaMeR is up to. But yeah, you know, like I was saying, Bamboo's just been playing really well in my opinion. Every time I see him play a best of 3 series or whatever, he usually takes it down. But LzGaMeR is definitely a ridiculously good Terran player, one of the best out there, and that's why I'm excited to see this game. Still attacking with that probe, which is a little bit of a mistake. He needs to disengage that probe as long as possible so he can keep it alive and make sure he can see exactly what LzGaMeR is doing until he's able to kill it with a Marine. And but he's just going, Bamboo going to be going 1 gate into Cybernetics Core is what I would expect. That's a pretty standard PvT opening. You'll see a lot of Protosses have to get that Cybernetics Core up early because if their opponent goes fast Reaper, you can't beat that back with Zealots, and it costs too much to get cannons, so you have to get that fast Stalker out versus Terran. And that is exactly what he's going to do, and he'll probably throw down that second gas pretty soon here. Usually once the Protoss player starts that Cybernetics Core, they're going to get their second gas going relatively soon. And he hasn't even elected to build a Zealot yet, so he is just going to be going for straight Stalker and doing a good job keeping that probe alive still, even though that Marine's been out for quite a while. Bamboo keeping that probe alive, waiting to see what attachment LZ would put on his barracks, but he's not going to get to see it. And LZ actually doesn't have a refinery yet. He probably didn't want to take it until he killed the scout or something, but usually you'll see he must be going for some sort of a fast expand if he hasn't taken a gas yet, because he's got 21 supply and he would have definitely taken that gas by now. And yeah, he's got that. I don't know why I didn't notice that, but he's got that fast expand going down. He's had it go down for about a minute or so now, and I was too busy focusing on the main. I didn't even look at the minimap yet. But yeah, so, and he's gonna throw down the second and third barracks, and he doesn't have an attachment yet on his first barracks that he built, and just throwing down that bunker because Bamboo is probably going to be trying to get a little bit aggressive. And yeah, he's getting that second gateway. He's not going for tech. He's going to get that second gateway down, so he's going to be going for probably a Stalker mass, and he could try to do some Stalker harassment on the front, or try to maybe blink into LZ's base. I've seen Bamboo do that on this map versus other Terrans. I've seen him blink into the Terran's base using an observer, so he could try that this game. LZ transferring a bunch of these SCVs, well, not a bunch, but like 4 or 5 of these SCVs down here, making this natural expansion, second command center, and orbital. And here come 2 Stalkers. I don't think they're going to be able to do much damage. There's going to be 2 bunkers here for LZ, and he's not getting any attachments on these barracks. He's choosing just to pump Marines from 3 barracks for now and get his economy going. And now you see him, taking the double gas in his main base, sending that SCV out just to see what he's up against. And yeah, it looks like Bamboo is getting that, and there's the scan going down for LZ. He probably saw that robotics facility and the 2 gateways, so it looks like kind of a Stalker harass Colossus build so far. And LZ going to be getting a 3rd bunker down. I think he should be safe enough. I don't even know if he really needs that 3rd bunker, but there are, 6 Stalkers here in the front, and I bet you Bamboo is going to get an observer out from this robotics facility. And LZ actually using a lot of scans on the base here. So he's not going to be having a whole lot of mules on the field. So his economy's not going to be as impressive as you would have thought it would be from that fast expand. Yeah, they're pretty much even in income. If anything, Bamboo may be slightly ahead, and the harvester count is dead even at 28 right now. So LZ not really that far ahead in economics right now, but once he starts pumping these mules out, and he is producing SCVs from 2 command centers instead of Bamboo producing probes only from 1 nexus. And yeah, there's that observer coming from the observatory, and the Twilight Council is researching blink. So he is going to be going for a blink harassment. He's going to be using that observer to get vision, probably up in here somewhere by this depot, or down in here somewhere, and blink into LZ's base. And honestly, he could do a significant amount of damage with that. I don't even see a factory yet. It looks like 2 factories going down right here for LZ, but those are not going to be up in the time when he's going to be using his blink, and he hasn't had any attachments on his barracks. He's just been pumping Marines from 3 naked barracks with no attachments, and here comes that observer right on top of this depot, and LZ does blink into the base, and this is going to be very important for LZ to get those units up out of those bunkers, get them up here as fast as possible, and target fire on these stalkers. Bringing SCVs off the line now, and it looks like he needs to retreat. There's a little bit more Marines than that was a little bit easier for LzGaMeR to defend than I thought it would be. I thought Bamboo would do a little bit more damage than that. He only managed to kill that 1 depot, so he may have. No, he didn't even get LzGaMER supply stuck, so not a very successful blink harass. But now he is able to come up here in the front and make all these SCVs stop mining. That's going to cost LzGaMER about 150 minerals just from those SCVs stopping for 15-20 seconds. That's a huge hit to the economy when you have that many SCVs not mining, when you're able to mine with all of your workers. And if I pull up the income tab, we actually see that even with LzGaMER having that expansion, it looks like Bamboo is actually ahead in the minerals per minute economy column. And these stalkers engaging those Marines with the help of that observer, they can see up the ramp. And it looks like LZ going to be going for the 3 racks, 3 factory pump, just keeping content with his natural expansion. I don't see him with any sort of motivation to try and spread out on the map very soon, whereas Bamboo is taking his natural expansion, and he'll probably want to get another expansion relatively soon because, and these stalkers coming up here into the front, and LZ having to pull off all these SCVs again, so he's not even being able to mine in his natural expo most of the time, having to pull off 10, 15 SCVs pretty frequently here, and that's going to hurt his economy. So I do have to think that Bamboo is in a pretty significant lead in this game. He's in a pretty good position. He's going to have that expansion up and running, and he pretty much has free reign as far as map control is concerned. And LzGaMER is definitely not going to be able to push out until he has siege mode, which he already has, and probably 3 or 4 siege tanks, which he only has 2 right now. And I would like to see Bamboo take another expansion, either here at the high yield, that would be a great one, or maybe in one of these corners using his warp prism, which it looks like that is what he's going to do. He's going to go up here to the top left corner where LZ won't expect him to have an expansion, and he's going to drop that probe off and throw it on a nexus. So looks like neither gamers have an upgrade yet. They're both sitting at 0-0. And LzGaMER scanning his own base, taking down that observer. He was sick of having that in his base, so he took care of it. And let's see here. Let me pull up the supply. Both players pretty even in supply. LzGaMER actually just a little bit ahead, about 10 supply, 94 to 84. But Bamboo actually able to get that 3rd base up and running before LzGaMER is going to have his, which is not a big deal. Terran can do extremely well with just their natural expansion. Terran are the strongest race on just 2 bases, and that's pretty for sure. Zerg need about 3 bases to compete with a 2-base Terran, and same with Protoss. They need about 3 bases up and running. But Bamboo is pumping out Colossus, and he's going to have his 2nd one out here in about 15-20 seconds. And 2 Colossus with the range upgrade are just the death. I mean, one, it can be easy to cope with about this stage in the game, but once you get up to 2 or 3 Colossi, that is extremely difficult to deal with. They can just fry infantry in seconds, and LzGaMeR is going for pretty much all infantry. He's not going to have any Vikings to target fire those Colossus or anything, which I think is a mistake on his part. If you see somebody having 2 Colossus out, you should probably have at least a couple Vikings to be able to target fire those, but I mean, even that would be tough because these stalkers would be able to melt those Vikings. But you know, I think a Marine tank Viking mix would be a better solution than just the Marine tank. But LzGaMeR is macroing pretty well. He's keeping his minerals low, which is to be expected, and he is keeping up in supply with Bamboo. And this battle is going to be very big. Those Colossus getting hits off before those tanks are sieged. He's going to need to target fire on those Colossus, which he does. Look at that target fire. Both those Colossus went instantly into the red. You know, great job by LzGaMeR on target firing those tanks. You know, you guys that are in gold level or silver, and you're wondering what the platinum and diamond, especially diamond players do. It's you know, little stuff like that. You know, you gotta make your first shot count with that tank volley. You gotta target, and you can't just let them attack. You gotta take the most important part of the unit composition out, and now those 2 Colossus still alive, raining the pain on this Terran force, blinking some of those stalkers into the front here of those tanks. He is target firing, takes down 1 Colossus, but it looks like LzGaMeR lost that battle pretty significantly. He's sitting at 63 supply, and Bamboo's all the way up at about 100 supply, so he is about 30 supply down. And he's not going to be able to take his 3rd base anytime soon with those Colossus on the field and able to run up and down all these cliffs. And yeah, now you see those Vikings coming out. He does realize he's going to need some Viking support versus this Colossus army, but he's going to have 3 Colossi pretty soon, and he does have that range upgrade for the Colossus. Bamboo not doing an incredibly good job of macroing. He did let himself get up to about 1,600 minerals. You don't usually want to see yourself getting over 1,000 unless you're going to be saving up for carriers or something. But so getting a little lazy and slow on the macro there. You really like to see yourself stay under about 700 minerals or so. LzGaMeR is staying very broke, under 300 minerals. So doing a good job on the macro part of things for him, but he is pretty significantly behind in supply. And I believe if I pull up the income tab, he is actually competing. He's actually ahead in the income department with the use of those mules. He's got 4 mules down here as natural expansion, so that's why he's so ahead in minerals per minute now versus Bamboo. But Bamboo with these 3 Colossi, and that's just evilness. And you see the harvester count there, 77 probes versus 39 SCVs. But the mules do even that out, so it's not as bad as it looks. But still, a very significant amount of harvester advantage for Bamboo. And those 3 Colossus out in the field are just evilness for Terran, especially when it's all infantry ground like this. And LzGaMeR is going to be trying to take that 3rd command center up here at the 12 o'clock position in the top middle of Lost Temple here. And the next battle is pretty much going to tell everything about the game that you need to know as far as who's going to be able to win. And now Bamboo pushing forward, and 4 that's 5. That was 5 Colossus. That's just so much for Terran to deal with. See, if he had Vikings right now, he could come in here and snipe all these Colossi and make them run away, and he'd probably be able to kill at least a couple of them. And that's why I was saying the Viking support is so important when you're dealing with a mass Colossus army like this, because without the air support, your infantry are just going to get fried, especially with the support of Zealots or Stalkers underneath them. And yeah, he's sitting at 5 Colossus. One of them is extremely damaged, but it does have full shield. And yeah, now Bamboo pulling ahead by 40 supply on LzGaMeR, and he is pulling significantly ahead in income now. He's about 300 or 400 minerals ahead per minute on LzGaMeR, so it's going to be a tough road back for LzGaMeR to get into this game. I think Bamboo has a pretty significant advantage on LzGaMeR right now, but I wouldn't put it past LZ to be able to come back in this game. a very top level Terran, and if anybody's going to be able to do it, Terran versus Protoss in this position, he would be one of the best candidates. And it looks like Bamboo able to spot that expansion going down. Good job and good map awareness, scouting. You really want to scout frequently. You always have to see if your opponent's expanding and where their units are positioned. So good job by Bamboo there, using that Warp Prism to come in here and just basically nullify this this third base of LzGaMeR's. And he does have a nice little